Hello, everyone. Welcome to the New Normal Experience. If this is your first time of joining me, welcome. And if you're joining me again, thank you for joining yet again today. So what's the New Normal Experience? The New Normal Experience is encouragement and inspiration for the aftermath of trauma, for the aftermath of adverse circumstances. And today, I'll be talking about, very briefly, I'll share a couple of insights about how to build your resilience. Resilience simply means successfully overcoming the impact of adversity. So I'm sure the reason why you're watching today is you want to get some tips for your new normal journey and live a victorious life rather than settle. You don't want to settle for drudgery. One of the things I'm going to be doing on these shows is sometimes I will share excerpts from my book titled, thank you, whoever has joined me, because I cannot really see your names, but thank you for joining me all the same. I'll be sharing excerpts from my book titled Navigating Your New Normal, a Roadmap for Life Fulfillment After Trauma. The link will be in the notes. So before I go into today's topic, I'll just read the excerpt to you and then I'll explain why I'm doing so. Okay. And I read, the best time to build effective storm defenses is before a storm, not during a storm. In a literal sense, the fierceness of winds and rain in a storm often make it difficult to see the way ahead. And with the debris flying about, it is doubly hard to put materials together to build solid storm defenses. It is not impossible, but it is challenging. Okay, so I know I'm going to be speaking to two groups of people. Those who feel that they'd already built effective storm defenses before the trauma hit, and those who felt like they were building their defenses in the middle of the storm. Okay, even for those who felt that they had built storm defenses before the storm, it's still hard, it's still challenging, but it is not impossible. In fact, thriving is possible. And for those who felt that they didn't really have the defenses to build on. But here's the thing, today is another day. Today is a brand new day for you to make a choice. You choose, you be intentional and build those defenses. And that ties in neatly with what I was going to talk about building your resilience. By that, I mean successfully dealing with the impact of adversity, successfully going through adversity and coming out on the other side. Now, even with that definition, you can tell that it's a very subjective thing. So what is a successful navigation to someone might not necessarily be the same for another. So only you can determine what your measures for a successful new normal journey is. Oh, and for those who are just joining me for the first time, I define the new normal as a change in perspective, outlook, and day-to-day living that trauma brings. At the end of the day, we all know that trauma, adversity, challenges are part and parcel of life. But how we deal with those is what will be either the making or the breaking of us. So I'm going to be sharing just two tips today about building your defenses. And please write in your comments once we've finished if you have any other ideas so that we can all learn together, because the new normal journey, it's not a solitary one. It's one that is meant to be done in community, in a community of supportive people who will support you, not people who would indulge self-pity or anything like that, but people who will support you to move forward. So the first tip for building your resilience is ditching a self-limiting mindset and a defeatist mindset. Why did I use those two? They're slightly different from each other, so I will explain it. A defeatist mindset is the kind of thinking that you cannot even do it, you cannot even get up, that you're already defeated before you even started. So let's take an example. Let's say you've been to the doctors, they've told you something horrendous and everything. You have a choice about how you choose to live your days, whether they are long, whether they are short. And if you start with a defeatist mindset, it breaks you. It breaks you. It leaves you walking with downcast, and it just leaves you broken. And with a defeatist mindset, you will not be able to see clear ahead of you. Oh, thank you for joining me, Yinka. Thank you. You will not see your way clear ahead. You will just think you cannot do anything anymore. Oh, after all, they've told you this. After all, nobody else. Good morning. After all, nobody else has conquered this, or nobody else has done this. A defeatist mindset does not do you any favors, because someone who has a defeatist mindset, you're already defeated before you started. The other side of that, which is a bit similar, is the self-limiting beliefs. Now, with self-limiting beliefs, you don't have to be going through trauma to have them. It's tied to our insecurities, it's tied to our perceived weaknesses and how we deal with them. So a self-limiting mindset, it deals with, oh, I can't really do that, or maybe I'm not good enough in this area, or this, because this is not my strength, that means I cannot do anything about it, and all of those things. Putting all of those together, it's to do with how you think. Resilience starts first and foremost here, how you think. My favorite book says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So what are your thoughts? Regardless of what you've been told, regardless of the diagnosis, regardless of the financial situation, regardless of your life circumstances, regardless of the situation around you, what are you thinking? Okay, I'm not, like I will always tell you on this show, no, I don't advocate the ostrich mindset. I don't advocate avoidance. But I also believe that regardless of where you're at the moment, there are things that are doable. But a self-limiting mindset and a defeatist mindset will not let you see those. It will blind you to the possibilities. It will blind you to the hope. It will blind you to the joy that is yours for the taking. It will blind you to the resources that you do have. So I want to challenge and also encourage you today, rather than do a heart check, do a mind check. In whatever areas that you have a defeatist mindset or a self-limiting mindset, be determined to work on this to change. Of course, I know it is not an easy thing, especially if you've had this mindset for a very long time. You've got choices out there, lots of choices. You can read up and get people to support you on the journey. And you can also send me an email, and we can see whether we can work together, because that's one of the things I love doing, to help you tend the broken wings of your dreams and help you be inspired to soar again. Oh, I do apologize. For those who are just joining, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Bami. I'm founder of Inspired to Soar Limited. My passion and my mission is to tend the broken wings of your dreams so that you can be inspired to soar again. My passion is to help you overcome obstacles and challenges in the aftermath of any troubles that you might have had, so that you don't settle for a lifetime of misery or a lifetime of journey, of drudgery. Pardon me. Now, the second tip I want to share with you today, it's tied into the first one. It's about being proactive in what you can do. Okay, your trauma, adversity, whatever you want to call it, challenges. It's changed your life, sometimes beyond all recognition, because that's what trauma does. Trauma just comes and just blows everything apart, and you're left to pick up the pieces. What do things have changed? Your life has changed, and it will never be the same again. I know what that's like. I can tell you, I live that daily as a breast cancer survivor and a child abuse survivor. I know what that means. But you need to be proactive about what you can do. By that, I mean taking action. So whatever encouragement you get, whatever lessons you learn, or whatever it is, take action. Don't just be a consumer. Don't just be a critic. Be a doer. Be somebody who does. So, it doesn't have to be big things. You know, a lot of times in the aftermath of trauma, you start thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. Or or you've read this one here, or you've listened to this podcast or video or whatever it is. And if care is not taken, you will slip into overwhelm. And you go, I'm overwhelmed. I can't even think. And once you allow yourself to be pushed into overwhelm, you will not be able to achieve anything. So I'm gonna encourage you. What is the one thing that you can do today that will help you shift from a robotic existence in the aftermath of your trauma to a step closer to thriving? Take that one step and just do it. Even if it takes you weeks, keep doing. And then once you finish that, go on to the next thing. Don't allow yourself to be put into overwhelm. Don't allow yourself to sink under the weight of the rubble that trauma has left you with. Don't do it. Just take action. And here's the thing. Taking action does not equal perfection. Let's bust that myth completely. Just because you're taking action, it doesn't mean you're going to get it right. It doesn't matter, as long as you know that the action you're taking is the next okay one for you. Take action. If you try the first time, you don't succeed, try the second, the third, the fourth, and keep trying until you succeed. You know, it is said that Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb, that he tried, was it either 1,000 times or 10,000 times? You can check that. And when he was asked that, oh, you've failed this X number of times, do you know what he said? He said, I learned this number of times not to do it. Because can you imagine if Thomas Edison gave up after the 100th or 200th try, we will not have the light bulb. You wouldn't be able to see me, because the light bulb is what's helping me. That's the only way you can see me. You wouldn't be able to see me. So many things that wouldn't have happened. So in the aftermath of your trauma, in your new norm, in this new normal of yours, the world needs you. As long as you're still breathing and you can still hear and you can still see me, there you have something to bequeath the world. You have something to give, and humanity needs you. So I'm gonna go through those 2 tips again. Number 1, ditch self-limiting mindsets and defeating mindsets. And 2, be proactive about what you can do now in your current circumstances, what you're able to do to get yourself closer to the thriving life you want, the thriving life you desire. And your measure of success is different to that of anybody else. So embrace your own journey. I hope that helped someone. And I hope that if you know someone who needs this and everything like that, that you will be kind and you will be generous enough to share it with them. You see, the new normal journey is not a solitary one, neither is it a straightforward one. We all need help, we all need support. And I also want to tell you that I help people transition from mere survival to thriving in the new normal journey. If you want any more information, do message me and then I will get back to you if you feel we can work together. And also, you can also check out my website. It's inspiredtosow.co.uk, or you can email me info@inspiredtosow.co.uk, or you can call my business line Monday to Friday, well, with the exception of bank holidays, and the number is +44 7542 854 734. And it will be my honor and my privilege to help you, to support you, to journey, to help give you the tools for a thriving new normal journey. Until the next time, be inspired to sow and go and take action. Bye.